We're back on sportsBIT betting inside today at Pauly Howard at Teddy_covers on Twitter. Time for the deep dive. New odds now to win the tournament. How about Kentucky? Are they the first team in tourney history to have longer odds after making the Sweet 16 than they had at the start of the season, Teddy?
It's not a normal situation, but again, the start of the season was a long, long time ago. And when we talk about Kentucky and how their odds have changed over the course of the campaign, there were times this year that Kentucky didn't even look like they were going to be capable of winning one game in the NCAA tournament, let alone a pair of them. So, but the odds have gone up even with the Sweet 16. Remember, it tells you the odds were too low to begin with the Wildcats. And let's not forget, Kentucky in the South region is the only region where 1, 2, 3, 4, the top 4 seeds, all still standing, which means not just 1, 2 tough games, no matter what, for the Wildcats just to get out of this region and reach the Final Four. Then obviously 2 more tough ones to win the title.
Carolina 5-1, Kansas 5-1. How the hell is Gonzaga the third choice? Oh man, I can't believe that. Because if they're gonna have to play a great game to beat West Virginia, then they're probably gonna play Arizona again. In Arizona, you make them the favorite in that one. Especially they'll take over. The Arizona fans will take over San Jose.
Yeah, I would be surprised if those two teams played. If it's Zags, Arizona, which is, the favorites hold up. That's what it's supposed to be. I'd be surprised if, at worst, that game's a pick 'em. I think Arizona would go off as slight chalk there. So that is an interesting number that you point out with the Zags shorter than Arizona. But with all of these odds, the key, as we're looking at it, is how tough the matchups are for them to get just to the Final Four. That's what these numbers are based on more than any other factor. And to me, Kansas 5-1, I like that Jayhawks team. They weren't a great point spread team this year. We saw last weekend that they're peaking right now very clearly. And the fact that they didn't play, as we talked about in the game preview, that they only played the one game in 13 days after getting bounced early from the Big 12 tournament, is a blessing in disguise for them moving forward. But at 5-1, not a ton of value here on any of these shorter favorites. And I don't know if there's a dead team in the field right now, but I'm not all that interested in the long shots here. You want a Butler or a South Carolina at 50-1, Pauly, or a Xavier at 100-1?
I don't want any part of Xavier or South Carolina. I would take Butler, though.
Yeah, see, Purdue at 20-1.
I think Butler's got a shot. They've already beat the big boys. They've proven they can do it.
Yeah, no question. When Butler was going to back-to-back championship games, they had the NBA talent in terms of Gordon Hayward and Shelvin Mack. Do you think this Butler team has that level of talent? Because I don't.
I don't care. They've swept Villanova and they beat Arizona. They have a hell of a resume. What are we talking now? Seven wins against ranked teams. It's been an incredible run. And I wouldn't be surprised if I'd put the ACC on auto fade. I'm not laying 7.5 with Carolina. Come on. How about the East region now? Florida, Wisconsin, Baylor, South Carolina. Obviously, someone's going to the Final Four there. And Baylor was a number at one point was number 1 in the country. This is a great opportunity for hedging and future bets, because even Wisconsin, who was up there in the first preseason poll, they were like 100-1 a couple weeks ago because they lost 5 of 6. So great opportunity here to hedge if you have a ticket on one of these teams.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you want to hedge at this stage, to be honest though, Pauly, if I've got a long shot ticket, even in the 100-1 range, I'm not looking to do anything prior to the Sweet 16. I'm really not. I want one more win and maybe 2 more wins in order to be sure that I'm locking in a reasonable profit. Because if you got 100-1 and you start hedging now, you have potential 4 hedge bets you're going to have to make. That's going to wipe away a significant portion of that profit.
No, you got to wait till you get in the Final Four. I'm with you on that. Yep, and South Carolina's been terrific as well. So you mentioned earlier about you want to play on a team that's 0-2 ATS in the Sweet 16. You got a couple chances here.
Well, Gonzaga, certainly the one that stands out in that regard. There's another trend worth noting. The team that played the best defense in the first 2 games, the team and simply the fewest points allowed. How about 19-6 ATS last 25, including 4 straight catches? That would be the Florida Gators of this year as the team that falls into that particular point spread angle. But I don't know. Some of these double-digit teams, the UCLA at 14-1, that one stands out to me. That Bruin team, I just am more and more impressed every time I watch them.
Hey guys, for the full video, go to sbrpicks.com.
Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to our channel. Now we've put a lot of work into producing all these free videos, so please help us out and keep all our content free for you forever by simply liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. Now, not to mention, a visit to our industry-leading website will warm the hearts of all our SBR employees, especially myself. Now, the links are over there to the left, so do check those out. Thanks for watching.